This video is sponsored by Aura. We at GameTube spend a ton of time online, and we know just how important it is to be protected when online. The more you're online, the more your data becomes available to data brokers. Aura can identify data brokers that are exposing your information and submit an opt-out request so you don't have to. Brokers are legally required to remove your information if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do, so let Aura handle it for you. It's really easy to set up so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, keep your gamertag protected, password management, identity theft insurance, data broker removal, as well as a tool for your credit score. And you get everything at one affordable price. And Aura has an offer to start your 2-week free trial with the link aura.com/gamertube, also linked in the description. So be sure to stay safe online with Aura. Thank you again, Aura, for working with us and keeping us safe and secure online. Alrighty, now back to the video. Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to GamerTube. And welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So in today's video, the character we're looking into is Jack Sleepytime. So we're going to this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff. Before we do any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to GamerTube, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with the videos that we post. Alrighty, well, with that all out of the way, let's get to the character concept of Jack Sleepytime. So previously in our FNAF character concept series, we've been looking into the YouTuber Pizzeria. This is a pizzeria that is themed around YouTubers that are linked with the Freddy Fazbear brand. So far we've seen a whole cast of interesting characters, but something quite strange and sinister has occurred with each and every one of the animatronics. It seems that the common link between each and every incident has been the mystery animatronic. And as this story unfolds, slowly but surely all will be revealed. But as for now, we come to our next YouTuber character. And this character is called Jack Sleepytime. As some of you would have already guessed, this character is based off the popular YouTuber Jacksepticeye. So Jack Sleepytime was quite the unique looking animatronic. The most noticeable feature is that his head is one giant eyeball. The engineers decided on incorporating the famous Jacksepticeye logo and making it into the main feature. Some would wonder why his name is Jack Sleepytime. That's because he was the animatronic that ran the daycare section of the pizzeria. More specifically, this area is called Top of the Morning Daycare. This is where all the younger children would hang out and be looked after by Jack Sleepytime. Jack's theme was always centered around having fun and having nap time. The giant eyeball also wasn't purely just aesthetic, it served a very important role. Inside the eyeball was some of the most sophisticated technology that Fazbear Entertainment has ever developed. It was nicknamed the All-Seeing Eye. It was because it had the ability to keep an eye on multiple guests at all times. With multiple cameras and software inside the eye, it could track multiple guests. So no matter how good the guests would hide, they could never hide from the All-Seeing Eye. Now, another reason he's called Jack Sleepytime is because the eyeball itself has been known to put people to sleep. It has a hypnotic effect with a series of blinks that could put anyone to sleep for an effective and timely nap time. So Jack Sleepytime was considered to be a great success at the pizzeria. They were one of the most important and reliable characters at the pizzeria, but eventually all of that would change for the worst. So after some time, the All-Seeing Eye started seeing more than it bargained for. It started off with just the little things here and there. Sometimes he'd see guests that weren't there, and other times he'd see things that he couldn't explain. But the repair workers and technicians just chalked it up to a slight malfunction in the programming. But Jack Sleepytime was certain that this was something more. He was certain that there was something out there. His all-seeing eye has never let him down before, and he's always learned to trust what he sees. So one night after his daily repair maintenance, he was roaming around the Top of the Morning Daycare. Jack Sleepytime was determined to figure out what was going on. He was certain that what he was seeing wasn't just a fault in his programming. It had to be real. And after searching all throughout the daycare, he finally saw it. There it was, just sitting there. But for some reason, he couldn't see it clearly. It was in black and white, and it was censored. Was it his eye that was censoring the image, or did this thing just simply not want to be seen? For some reason, Jack Sleepytime faintly remembers this character, but they've never seen them before. It was almost like they'd been stripped from Jack's memory banks. But suddenly they remembered who this was. This character was in fact... So it was only 2 more days until Ricky was on his way to the YouTuber pizzeria. He could hardly wait. The thought of meeting all of his favourite YouTubers in person is just unreal. And he couldn't wait to see all the amazing animatronics in person. Ricky has always had an interest in animatronic characters. In fact, Ricky's grandpa used to be a night guard for one of the old Fazbear restaurants in the 80s. It was called the Jungle Something Pizzeria. His grandpa even had his own favourite animatronic. Who knows, Ricky might find his favourite animatronic after his visit at the YouTuber pizzeria. But until then, he'll just have to wait and see. Jack's Sleepytime isn't looking so good. The mysterious animatronic he saw is nowhere to be seen. But his all-seeing eye is acting a little strange now. It seems that he can't trust anything he sees. Jack's Sleepytime wasn't sure what was real and what was just an illusion, but one thing he was sure of is that he needed to get his hands on that animatronic. They weren't going to get away with what they did to his eye. Eventually the eye got completely corrupted and Jack's Sleepytime wasn't seeing correctly. Instead of seeing the night guard, he saw the mystery animatronic. This made Jack's Sleepytime mistake the guard for the mystery character. But little did Jack know that this was their plan all along. They would trick Jack's Sleepytime into attacking the night guard, and eventually their plan would be complete. So now let's get into the gameplay segment of the video. As always, the gameplay loop is based on the classic FNAF formula of observation and management. So Jack would now think that the guard is the mystery character, and he'd make his way to the security office at about 2 AM. His starting position would always be in the daycare centre. Jack's Sleepytime would always approach from the left-hand door. When the player sees him, they would need to shut the door immediately. But it's not only the doors that they have to worry about. Jack's Sleepytime can also affect the player through the camera feed. If they catch them extra close to the camera, the player can get caught in Jack's hypnotic gaze. If the player isn't careful, they could fall asleep on the spot. The same goes when Jack's Sleepytime is looking at the player from the door. The player has to be careful not to slip up and let Jack inside, because if they do, they'd be greeted with a classic FNAF jump scare. So I think that Jack's Sleepytime is another interesting character to add to our YouTuber roster. We couldn't make a YouTuber pizzeria without adding the great Jacksepticeye. Not only is he one of the top gaming YouTubers, but he's also a great part of the FNAF community as well. And as to what the next YouTube character will be, we'll just have to wait and see. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Jack's Sleepytime and what you'd like to see going forward. And also a very big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Alrighty everyone, well thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.